I don't mean to cut you off, but I have to cut you off. You're talking like, oh yeah, Prince and Van call me, and we're just like shooting it up, and I'm like, wait, what?
Right.
You're talking to
Yeah,
Prince?
yeah. I mean, and I don't mean to be cavalier about it, right? But that's the story, right? Like that's
Right,
the genesis story. So that's where this all of this comes from, and I think it's important because you're asking, like, call me, like, how did you do what you did, and
right.
how are you doing what it is that you're doing? We got to go back to kind of the beginning. But yeah, literally, I had been, roommates with Van back in San Francisco in the mid '90s, and like, we'd literally known each other since we were in our early 20s. And
Wow.
so when he had left the White House after working with the Obama administration, Prince actually had reached out to him and said, "Hey, I want to get to know you better. I've been supporting your nonprofit work in Oakland anonymously." And, Van didn't know that. And so that friendship developed. They were working on a project. I had actually had a production company for a long time, done a lot of amazing production work all over the world, and done stuff with Van. And so that's how the connection was made with Prince. And so I had an opportunity to put something together for him. He loved it, wanted to meet with me. Kind of rest was history. But it was in the context of working with him, Michelle, that he had asked this really profound question that really kind of shook me to the core, and it stayed with me literally every day of my career since then. And he just asked this question. He said, "Where are the Black Mark Zuckerbergs?
Mm,
Okay, where are they?" And ostensibly, what he was asking, or at least how I took it, is then what are we doing to create that? Now, the interesting thing is I went to school, right? Now, granted, Zuckerberg went to Harvard, but he built the company down the street from Stanford. And what Stanford produced in the world was Yahoo, PayPal, Palantir, YouTube, Google, the list goes on and on and on. I was at a really interesting time. Right? Jerry Yang was 2 years ahead of me raising money for Yahoo when we were undergrad. You know, Peter Thiel was in law school when I was an undergrad, who wrote the first angel check to Facebook. Reid Hoffman, who was a contemporary of mine at Stanford. So my point is that I came up in an era, which was a dawn of the internet, at a time where people created transformative companies, and all of them to a company started with basically $100,000 to $500,000, which those founders themselves did not have.